Money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Ooh, to be 20 again. Adulthood is still a fresh and interesting experience for everyone. You are still learning what it takes to be self-sufficient, going to college, purchasing a home, landing your first professional job. It can all make you feel wealthy. It's a fantastic time. It's a good time. As much fun as being young is, your 20s have the potential to create or break your financial future. I can say with complete confidence that time can be your greatest ally or your worst foe. You can make some costly decisions if you don't appreciate the value of time and how fast it goes by. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Before moving any further in the video, could you please like the video, comment, and subscribe? You can do it at the end of the video. If you get any good information from this video, leave me a comment and let me know, and turn on the bell notification so you can catch the upcoming videos. So here are money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Not putting aside money for retirement. When you're in your 20s, retirement feel like it is so far away, so it make it easy for you to put it off. However, if you fail to save for retirement, that is one of the most common financial mistakes that people make. Believe me, when I say that saving in your 20s has the advantage of time on your side, the earlier you start saving, the more compound interest you'll be able to take advantage of. If you do not know, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. In addition to the money you save on your own, your company may contribute money to work-sponsored retirement savings. So if your company has a 401k plan, please put money in it. Please contribute. Even if it's just a small investment of 5% of your salary, 6%, however you can contribute, it's going to make a big difference on how much money you have when you retire. You'll either have to work longer, contribute more later, or not retire at all if you do not take advantage of this time. Now, making poor college choices. The cost of higher education is high. It has risen dramatically. And student loan debt is having a long-term impact on many young adult lives. Okay? Hello. While tuition expenses are important, so is the belief that college education is worthwhile regardless of the cost of return on your investment. So let me tell you, that isn't the case. You should evaluate the value of the education before deciding to go to college for a major. Okay? Check out community college. Okay? Ask yourself some questions. If it's possible for me to pay for tuition, what kind of work opportunities do graduates with that degree have? Is it worth going to college and getting the debt over? What can I pay? What can you expect to pay for a college degree? Okay? Consider well-paying occupations with degrees if you're going to college that may be achieved for considerably less. Like, go to a technical college, VOTech, get a trade whenever possible. I can tell you from personal experience that most employers do not care where you got your degree from. They simply care about whether or not you can do the job. Now, taking on debt to pay for a wedding, this is another mistake people make in their 20s. For many couples, having a large wedding is a dream come true. Yes, you are feeding everybody at the wedding. Regrettably, the fantasy comes to a cost. According to CNBC, the average cost of a wedding is between $26,000 and $28,000, depending on where you live. That cost can skyrocket to as much as $70,000. Well, that's a lot of money for a wedding to be feeding other people. and you just spend it on a single day rather than going into debt for a wedding. Try minimizing it. Instead of spending the money on a reception at a Four Seasons, put down a down payment on a house if you want to buy a house. After some years from now, you won't care if you serve ham instead of lobster at your wedding. You'll be concerned about having a nearly paid off home if you choose that route. So, are you going to take my advice and put it into practice? Let me know in the comments what you plan to do. Another thing, spending too much money on a car. It's easy to slip into a trap once you start making a little bit of money. Buying a car for too much money can be a costly mistake. It'll set your savings back years. Getting a car loan, whew, that can be a big problem if you cannot afford it. Okay? Saving money is difficult enough without having to worry about a large car payment. Like, try buying a used car with a great warranty. That's a good compromise for a lot of people. Furthermore, you should avoid taking out a loan to pay for a depreciating asset. You can only get your money's worth out of a car if you drive it until it breaks down. Just because your friend got a Mercedes, don't mean you need to go get one. So instead of taking out a car loan, buy a cash car. I want a Mercedes. I want to acquire that luxury car and cruise about in a style just like the rest of y'all. However, I do understand that taking out a car loan is not a good idea. Not all the time. Next, buying more house than what you can afford. For some in their 20s, purchasing a home, it can be a great investment. It's an excellent method to begin accumulating equity in an asset that has traditionally been appreciated at a healthy rate. But you must, however, be careful not to become house poor. Even if you're accustomed to living with your parents in a nice big house, keep in mind that this is most likely not their first home. To be able to purchase their ideal home, most people must save for years, increase their income, may even move to a different state to be able to afford it. Remember that being able to buy a home does not begin with the mortgage payment. You must still be able to pay things like utilities, taxes, maintenance. You might have to pay for the lawn guy, all kind of things. Things break on homes all the time. So don't go overboard just because that's how you've always done it. Before going to bigger and better things, consider buy a starter home. That's a great start. Another one, not acting your wage. It is possible to have a good time in your 20s. The urge to spend, on the other hand, is overwhelming. You may easily spend all of your earnings and more on fancy clothes, Louis Vuitton. You might want some Birkins. You might want to go to brunch every Saturday. But let me tell you that not living within your means, that's a big money mistake. That can have you far in debt where you don't need to be. And it's a lot of consequences it will cause you in the future. It's a part of becoming a true adult to realize that you don't need everything. You don't need to go to every brunch. You don't need to go to every party. You don't need to go to every trip. Just learn to live within your means now, and that's going to pave the way for you to have a prosperous future. Another one, being unprepared. The issue with being young is that you frequently lack, I ain't going to say the knowledge, but the foresight. You putting yourself in positions to fail when you can just prepare yourself to succeed. Like creating an emergency fund that might assist you in getting through difficult times. You can start with $1,000. Begin with $1,000 and work your way up to at least 6 to 9 months worth of your income. And when you have an emergency or a flat tire or something, as you will, you'll be able to deal with it without having to worry about where the money coming from. If you have to borrow, where I'm gonna get this from? I mean, being in your 20s means you have the advantage of time. It is on your side. Fortunately, many of these money mistakes can be addressed. However, you can develop strong money habits in your 20s and set yourself up for a lifetime of financial success just by avoiding these costly mistakes. So, hey, I'm just dropping some knowledge. This concluding today's video. I mean, I hope you find it beneficial in a variety of ways. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching this video. If you find it informative, interesting, please leave me a comment and tell me what mistakes you avoided in your 20s or you're going to avoid making. And I will see you in the next video.